Welcome back, everybody. Well, it is now time for the third period. Well, just about time. Waiting for both teams to hit the ice. Sioux City just did, just now. We're tied up at 3 as we head into this third period. And boy, what a game it has been so far, I gotta say. Boy, Sioux City, I wouldn't say they've dominated, but they've been the better team by far so far this game, but they gotta hold on to the lead here. That's the only thing. If they can do that, they're gonna be sitting real pretty, I think. Alrighty, here we go. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Sullivan Miller. What? What now? Good grief. Can't even start the period when we're supposed to. Jeez Louise. Is it nice issue? Issue with the crease? Okay, I guess Cameron's complaint was all about nothing. So now we'll have the face-off to start the third period. And we're off and underway. Gary wins it, taken immediately by Poirier, and he'll send back behind the net. Gavin Gary picked up there by Hawk Huff. Kept in, though, by Poirier. Now it's Gavin Gary back Kyle O'Leary towards, all down there in the circle. O'Leary shot stopped by Cameron. Condo and Manhattan. What's happening? Face off will come to the right of Cameron. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Sullivan Miller. And Miller won it. Puck's in a circle, picked up there by Cornielli. Kept, though, at center, taken by Luke Gary. Here's Gary, nice moves, takes a shot, got blocked. Now taken there by Cornielli. Cornielli taken back the other way, Sullivan Miller with it. Miller down there in the circle, sends it on over across. There now for Joseph Fenton, down there in the corner. Here's Graff with it behind the net. Graff in the corner, on back out there. For Piercy, he'll send it back in behind the net. Poirier is there. Poirier sent out towards center. Luke Gary, a little scramble for it. Stanger sent back behind the net there of Cameron. Cameron there for Piercy in the corner. Gold will send it back behind the net of Cameron. Now Cameron fires it back out towards the blue line there for Gold. Gold down there in the circle. Jeffress poked out there in front, missed by Schultz. Puck will be sent out of play. Down into section 103. Face off will come to the left of Cameron. Martineau will take the draw with Can't even see who that is. Somebody from Cedar Rapids. Westerling. Face-off will come to the left of Cameron. Martineau will take the draw with Romeo. Martineau wins the draw, shoots back out to Gold at the blue line. Gold. Shot got blocked by Westerling. It rolls into the corner. Booten is there. Now to Derek Olson. Shot save made. Picked up there by Daniil Booten in the corner. Booten. And a scramble for spins around a guy. Here's Martineau with it. Sent wide of Cameron. Here's Scuderi with it out towards center. Picked up by Westerling. Westerling down there in the circle. Westerling sends it back in behind the net there for Dakota Bailey. Bailey down there in the corner. Feeds it on back to Olson. Puck's in a scramble for. Got two guys from each side battling after it. Picked up there by Gold into the hands of Dakota Bailey. Here's Martineau out towards center. Martineau. Intercepted. There's Bosco pass across. Oh, they blew the whistle, so it's not going to count. We had a fight. It was Bailey and Jackson Fox. The goal is not going to count. Bailey lost the fight, but they'll both go to the box. Boy, I don't know if anybody knew the fight was happening because nobody really reacted. I mean, I sure as hell didn't. The goal will not count because the whistle blew, which is good. I guess they'll just get 2 for roughing, which is okay. Yeah, because nobody, I think, knew it was really knew it happened. I mean, that was the quietest fight I've ever seen in my life. So Jackson Fox and Dakota Bailey will sit in the box for 2. Face-off will come to the right here of Fickthorn. Thank goodness the goal didn't count because that would have been the lead for Cedar Rapids. Tomko will take the draw with Grant Young. Tomko wins the draw. Puck rolls into the corner here for Lions. Lions feeds it back behind the net there for Gavin Carr. Carr picked up there by Tomko. Sends it out towards center off the boards. Nice pass here to Ashton Schultz. Schultz in the circle. Sent out for Gavin Carr. He couldn't hang on to a pass. Here's Carr with it. Carr back behind for Christian Lyons. Lyons towards center there for Tomko. Tomko tries to pass it to Schultz. He wasn't really looking. Hawkuff was there too, and they both go colliding into the boards. Cornielli out towards center. Picked up Connor Davis. Here's Davis with it. Spun around Olson. Olson picked up Tomko. Nice pass to Shane Gold. Oh my goodness. He and Piercy go spinning into each other. What the hell is right? I'll tell you that much. Here's Olson with it back behind the net. Olson in the circle. Down there for Schultz behind the net. Schultz picked up there by Shane Gold. Gold. Boy, into the hands of Jeffers. I don't think he knew he had it, but Jeffers is in. Rolls back behind the net. Jeffers towards the blue line to D'Alessandro in the circle. D'Alessandro, oh, he gets knocked down by, I believe that was Henry Lechner. Puck, he's sent down into the corner. Out there for Lechner. Here's Lechner out towards center. Lechner, nice move. Shot went up over the head of Fickthorn. Now Jeffress on a 2-on-2 back the other way. Jeffress gets tripped up. Nothing called. Because, of course, there'd be nothing called there. It's Lechner here on a 2-on-2. Lechner, shot went wide. I don't know why he shot it. He should have just passed it. Huff with it now. D'Alessandro. Well, there we go. We'll take that, and it's Shane Gold. Spins around a guy. Well, he gets hacked and whacked and tripped, and nothing's called. Nothing new. And Gold gets hit up against the boards. Fox got tripped up too. Nothing called. Here's Jeffress, picked up there by Lechner. Lechner out toward center. There's Stanger with it. Stanger scoops that one up, rolls up the right side. Stanger feeds it back behind the net. Benton is there. Now Scuderi through the legs. That's Cornel, or Romeo, I guess, with it. Romeo in. That was stopped by Fickthorn, but a penalty is coming up. I have a feeling that's coming up on Sioux City. Somebody called it. Slashing is the call. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. Can you do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd to degrees. Those who think young say Pepsi, please. Those who think young. The Pepsi generation. The Pepsi generation. Taste that beats the others call. Pepsi pours it on. Pepsi's got that special taste and cream.
Welcome back, everybody. 14:42 left to go here in this third period. Sioux City and Cedar Rapids tied up at 3. Couple of false starts at the face-off, so luckily enough, we got back just in time and the puck's cleared down ice. As you know, Cedar Rapids has the power play here, which is unfortunate, but here's Huff with it out towards center. Huff passes back behind to Graff. Now Grant Young with it. Young in a scramble for down there in the circle. Dyer is there. Dyer picked up by Grant Young. Feeds back behind for Musa. Musa to Grant Young. On back for Graff. He gets tripped up there by Dyer, excuse me. At the blue line, picked up there by Davis. Here's Connor Davis up the left side. Davis in the corner, and Huff could not handle the pass, and it rolls down ice. Here's Huff with it now. Huff towards center. Huff feeds it back behind. There to Justin Graff. Now D'Alessandro will clear it down ice. 56 seconds left to go on the Cedar Rapids power play. 13 and a half left to go here in this third. Here's Huff with it now. Huff towards center. Sends it on over across. Pass deflected. Here's Jeffress. Shorthanded. Jeffress in. Shot stopped by Cameron. Oh, but then he got hit late afterwards. Some dude from Cedar Rapids had him pinned down to the ice. Face-off will come to the left of Cameron. 38 seconds left to go on the power play. 13-19 left to go here in this third. O'Leary will take the draw with, looks like Connor Davis. No, it wasn't. It was frickin' Romeo. Here's Mason Miner with it. Rolls up the left side. Miner towards center. Miner down into the corner. Here's D'Alessandro with it. Skipped, poke checked. Now O'Leary is sent back behind the net there. Cameron kind of handles it there behind the net. Cameron picked up there by Miner. Miner out towards center. Miner feeds it back there for Lechner. Lechner sent off the boards. Picked up there by Lyons. Towards center. Oh boy, that. Careful, careful, careful. Muskie's back at full strength. There's Dyer with it. Luke Gary couldn't handle it, but then he got tripped up there by Scuderi, so had really no chance at handling that puck. Sent off the boards back behind the net of Fickthorn. Here's Gavin Carr with it. Carr picked up by Lyons behind. Lyons sent off the boards into the hands of Jeffress. Nice pass to Schultz. Back to Jeffress. Jeffress' shot went wide of Cameron. Jeffress down there in the corner here with Schultz in the circle. Jeffress at the blue line. Puck is sent back behind the net there of Cameron. Tomko picked up there by Jeffress. Here's Gould with it. Gould spins around a guy at the blue line. Gould in the circle. Gould sent back behind the net. Schultz now with it. Schultz there in the circle, picked up there by Piercy. Piercy sent off the boards towards center, taken there by Derek Olson. Olson picked up there by Tomko. Ethan Piercy will have this one. Piercy off the glass into the hands there of Derek Olson. Olson off the boards. Bosco lays a hit. Now that's Hawk Huff with it. Huff in the circle. Boy, Cedar Rapids has not had a shot on goal in this period. D'Alessandro with it in the corner. Sent off the boards towards center there for Max Anderson. Now Aiden Dyer has this one. Chorlton intercepted Dyer. Through the legs, picked up there by Jackson Fox in the corner. Ooh, a big hit on D'Alessandro. It's in a scramble for. D'Alessandro's there, off the boards. Dyer picked up. Now into the hands of Vatne. Vatne out towards center. Vatne sent off the boards into the hands of Hawk Huff. Here's Mason Stanger with it. Stanger off the boards. Goes wide of Cameron. Picked up there by Hawk Huff. Into the hands of David Bosco. Now Luke Gary keeps it in. Hawk Huff takes it in the corner. Chorlton out towards center. Chorlton picked up there by Bosco. He'll send it back behind the net. There was Stanger. Stanger up the right side. Stanger off the boards. There now O'Leary. Here's Musa. Pass across to Grant Young. Young now into the hands of Gavin Gary. It's sent off the boards towards center. Taken there by O'Leary. Into the hands of Cameron. Cameron leaves it there for Mason Miner. Miner off the boards towards center. Kicked Poirier, or Poirier, I should say. O'Leary kept at center. Here's Connor Davis with it now. Davis in a scramble for. Mishandled there by O'Leary. Taken there by Gavin Gary. On over across Poirier. Poirier sent off the boards back behind the net. 9:38 left to go here in this third period. O'Leary picked up there for Gavin Gary. Now there's Jeffress with it in the corner. Jeffress behind the net. Taken there by O'Leary. Here's Stanger with it. Stanger towards the blue line. Jeffress, nice pass across. Schultz, a shot, save. Cameron, rebound. Puck's in the circle. It's off the boards. Here's Connor Davis back the other way, 2-on-2. Davis in the circle. Stops on out there. Now Poirier sent off the boards there for Schultz. It's now Jeffress. Schultz gets tripped up there. No penalty called. Here's Schultz. A shot went wide at Cameron. 8:50 left to go here in this third. Puck will be sent into the Cedar Rapids bench. 8:46 left to go here in this third. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Face off. Welcome back, everybody. 8:46 left to go here in this third. We are tied up at 3 apiece. It is getting nerve-wracking in here. I think the next goal that is scored, whichever team gets it will be the team that wins. Face-off will come to the right of Cameron. Face-off's won. Puck will be sent all the way down ice into the hands of Derek Olsen. Olsen now to Shane Gold. Picked up there by Dyer. Into the hands there of Ruben Westerling. Boy, Anderson basically thrown into the boards. Nothing called, because why would there be anything called on that one? Here's Vontae, sends it out there for Gold at the blue line. Gold. Shot went wide of Dyer. Here's Scuderi with it. Scuderi there at center. Derek Olsen now with it off the boards. Here's Scuderi crossing the blue line. Scuderi in the circle and a scramble for Olsen is there. Dyer takes this one and flings it down ice. Piercy takes it in the corner. Piercy sent back behind the net there. Thomas Cornielli. Long toss into the hands of Luke Gary, sent off the boards. Taken there by Ethan Piercy. Piercy sent back behind Cornielli with it. Taken there by Miller. Now here's Luke Gary. On out O'Leary, down there in the corner. O'Leary in a scramble for. Puck is loose down there. 7:23 left to go in this third. All right, puck jammed up down there. Finally, it gets free. Here's, well, sent out towards center. Here's Sullivan Miller with it. Miller in, shot stopped by Thorn. Whoa, baby. Face-off will come to the right here of Thorn. Topko and Fox at the face-off. Face-off's won. Here's Christian Lyons with it in the corner. Lyons sends it back behind. Out towards center here. That's Jeffress with it. Jeffress to Tomko. Picks that one up. Tomko shot got blocked. Tomko behind the net. Taken there by Jeffress. Jeffress in, shot, went behind the net of Cameron, and then he got laid out afterwards. Here's Tomko with it at the blue line. 6:35 left to go here in this third. Carr with it down there in the circle. Carr picked up by Jeffress in the corner. Carr is there, back behind for Schultz. Schultz around the boards. Oh, shoot. Here's Schultz on out. Jeffress shot got blocked. Taken there by Hawk Huff. Sent out towards center. Here's Lechner with it, into the hands of Graff, intercepted Lyons. Here's William Tomko with it, out towards center. Tomko mishandles it. Up into the air, Graff takes this one in the corner. And puck will roll down ice. Here's Derek Olsen with it. Olsen sends it around there for Shane Gold. Gold off a stick of a Cedar Rapids defenseman and batted down there, Musa. There now, Davis picked up there. Derek Olsen popped up into the air. Anderson. Here's Musa on out. Grant Young, a shot up high off the glass. Down to 5:40 here in this third. Long toss down ice. Cameron spins it around the boards into the hands there of Connor Davis. Picked up Musa. Here's Musa up the left side. Musa pass across, went nowhere. Into the hands of Anderson, through the legs of D'Alessandro. Now Gold sent off the stick of Jason Musa. Musa, pass blocked by Luke Gary, but picked up by Mason Miner. Miner into the hands of Davis, pokes it free. Davis in, he and Luke Gary battle. Davis right out there in front. Joe Fenton now to Miner. Tipped down by Chorlton. And a scramble for down there in the circle. It's loose. Here's Mason Stanger with it behind the net. Stanger Sent off the boards towards center. Tipped there by Gavin Gary. Back behind the net. It's picked up there by Ryan Cameron. Cameron. Down there, Luke Gary with it. Luke Gary. Out towards the blue line. Slap shot, D'Alessandro. Save made by Cameron. Now it's Luke Gary with it. Taken away. David Bosco up the left side. Bosco, nice moves. And he's covered up there by Fickthorn. He and D'Alessandro were battling, but they just couldn't get it through. 4:24 left to go here in this third. We are tied up at 3 apiece. This is getting exciting now, isn't it? Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Westerling will take the draw with Tomko. Face-off's won. Here's Carr with it down there in the circle. Carr now there for Jeffress. On over there for Schultz. Here's Schultz. Pass out there. It's intercepted by Cooper Simon. Puck is sent off the boards, and boy, Lions took a big hit out on Scuderi. Here's Schultz with it at the blue line. Schultz, nice moves. Schultz towards the net, fires one up high off the top of the glass. Westerling is there. And the circle, Scuderi is there. Westerling, now Jeffress. Picked up there, Cornielli with it. Cornielli out towards center. Off the boards, here's Tomko with it. Now to Gavin Carr, off the boards, back behind the net. Picked up there by Ryan Cameron. Taken there, Cornielli. Cornielli at center. Puck is sent down behind the net of Fickthorn. Derek Olsen is there. Olsen, 3:28 left to go here in this third. Derek Olsen sent off the boards there for Aiden Dyer towards center. Dyer. Nice moves. Dyer. Now Vatne sends it back behind the net there of Cameron. Olsen. Now here's Dyer with it. Spins around Joe Fenton. Oh, I guess it's played offsides. I don't know. 3:05 left to go here in this third. Stop me up, I'll never stop. You damn right I won't stop. Stop me up, I'll never stop. That's true, yeah. I will never stop. Puck sent back behind the net here for a cuff. Rolls down ice into the hands here of Shane Gold. Oh, he gets tripped up. Well, Musa did by Shane Gold, I should say. Grant Young with it behind the net down there in the corner. Here's Davis now with it. This shot went wide. It's Young with it. Now taken there by Gold. Flipped out towards center ice. Luke Gary and Hawk Huff are on a foot race with it. Huff gets into it first. Cornielli with it. Picked up there. Musa whacked around Gavin Gary. Picked up there by Hawk Huff. 2:22 left to go in this third. Puck sent down into the corner there by Cornielli. Cornielli out towards center. It's flipped down into the corner. Mason Stanger is there. Here's Stanger with it. Sent off the boards and down ice. This will roll into the hands of Joseph Fenton now with Fenton down in the corner. Sent back behind the net. Piercy takes this one. Piercy out towards center. Tipped there, Stanger. Now here's Schultz with it. Schultz feeds it on over to William Tomko. Tomko passing there for Schultz in the corner. Minute 45 left to go in this third. We're tied up at 3. Here's Jeffress, shoots towards the net. Shot was stopped by Cameron. Here's Bosco with it out towards center. Jeffress sends it off the boards. Here's Tomko up the right side in the circle. Tomko taken down by Fenton. He goes down too, and Cornielli shot it at his own goaltender, and it was stopped by him. Oh boy, Anderson and Scuderi going after each other now. Gotta love that. Holy smokes, a minute 26 left to go in this third. This is anybody's game. Like I said, next team that scores a goal will probably win this game. And it's looking like that's going to hold true. Dyer will take the draw with Ruben Westerling. Face-offs won. Here's Cornielli with it behind the net. Cornielli kind of just stands there. Cornielli out towards center. Sent back behind the net there, Fickthorn. Here's Lyons with it, sending it around the boards out towards center. Vatne taken down. Nothing called, because of course not. Why wouldn't there be something called on that? Ridiculous. Lyons' a shot got blocked. 53 seconds left to go. Here's Scuderi with it. Scuderi picked up there by Ruben Westerling. Westerling up the left side. Westerling intercepted. Here's Luke Gary with it. Luke Gary sent towards center. Played by Scuderi with the high stick. Now Anderson sends it down into the corner. 36 seconds left to go here in this third. Here's Fenton with it. Fenton sends it off the boards into the corner. Icing is called. I'm getting nervous. I don't know about you all, but face off will come to the left, of Cameron. Face-offs won. Here's Piercy with it behind the net. Piercy out towards center. Picked up there. Lechner back behind the net. 18 seconds left to go here in this third. Here's Miller with it. On out. Shot got blocked. Rolls into the corner. Gavin Gary. 12 seconds left to go. Here's Luke Gary. Batted up into the air at center. Luke Gary. Into the circle. 5 seconds left to go. O'Leary sends it back behind the net. And we are going to overtime. Boy, each team, they've already gotten a point towards the standings. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it will be overtime. Do not go anywhere.
Salads, you can give us a try. Eat and take out or delivered to your door. A huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are tied up at 3. We are heading into OT. Both teams switch sides. Both teams have already earned a point towards the standings. We'll play 3-on-3 here for 5 minutes. If there's still no score, we'll head into a shootout. Oh boy. This is nerve-wracking right now. Both goaltenders will switch sides. For Sioux City, it'll be Gold, Dyer, and Jeffress. For Cedar Rapids, Westerling, Davis, and Hawk Huff. Here we go. Dyer will take the draw with Westerling. Oh, come on. I don't know what the referee's doing. Just drop the puck, for God's sake. Well, at least he's yelling at the 2 guys and now just the 1. Just drop it. Thank you. Dyer wins it. Taken by Shane Gould. Gould. Up the right side. Gould at center. Gould. Stays towards the blue line. Gould. Rolls out towards center. Gould. Boy, only 2 shots on goal that period for Cedar Rapids. Well, 2 and 6, really, we'll call it. Here's Jeffress with it, picked up there by Aiden Dyer. Dyer picked up down there in the corner. Dyer back Jeffress with it now. Jeffress at the blue line. Jeffress in on Cameron. Shot was stopped by Cameron. Face-off will come to the left of Cameron coming up. This time we have Luke Gary, Ashton Schultz, and Mason Stanger out there. Cedar Rapids will have Romeo, Grant Young, and Thomas Cornielli. .4:14 left to go in overtime. Schultz wins the draw. Here's Luke Gary with it at the blue line. Luke Gary, and shot went wide. Stanger takes it down there in the corner. Stanger towards the blue line. Picked up by Luke Gary in the circle. Now there's Schultz at the blue line. Schultz, nice moves. Forced out towards the blue line. Schultz, has an opening. Schultz in, a shot. Oh, he waited too long. Now an odd-angled shot was stopped by Cameron. Kept in, though, by Schultz behind the net. Schultz sent off the boards towards the blue line to Luke Gary. Luke Gary up the left side. Gary out for Schultz. Schultz a shot deflected up high. Cameron plays it there to Grant Young. Young. Nice touch there, Gary. Uh-oh. We have a penalty? Maybe touched with the high stick or something like that. Or Cameron got dinged up, one of the 2. Face-off will come to the left, though, of Cameron right here, right now. And we've got timeout. Cedar Rapids calls it. With 3:27 left to go here in overtime. Yeah, because Sioux City's basically had the puck the whole overtime, so face-off will be to the left of Cameron here, so. Cedar Rapids needs something, that's all I'm going to say. So far, not a shot has been registered here in this overtime. Oh, and Cameron is hearing it as he heads back to the bench. Face-off will come to the left of Cameron. Tomko will take the draw with Cornielli. Tomko wins the draw. Here's Gould with it out towards the blue line. Gould down there for O'Leary. O'Leary now to Gould. Taking Grant Young. Here's Romeo back the other way. Romeo, nice moves. Takes a shot, went wide. Picked up there by Grant Young. Forced, here's Tomko up the left side. Tomko, and a shot stopped by Cameron. But Tomko still has it. Sends it on in there for Gould. He's out there with O'Leary. Gould behind the net. O'Leary, oh my goodness. Stick was all over Gould and they don't even call that. Tomka with it. Taken there by Grant Young. Here he comes, 2-on-1. Young, a shot. I don't even know if he got a shot off, but it was stopped by Vic Thorne nonetheless. Here's Gould with it up the left side. Gould, nice pass to O'Leary. He's in, he hit the side of the goal. Oh, O'Leary behind the net with it, taken there by Hawk Huff. Here's Musa with it up the right side. Oh, he played it off sides. Face-off will come in front of the penalty box across from the Cedar Rapids bench. Fox will take the draw here with Aiden Dyer. We've got Dyer, Jeffress, and Derek Olson out there. Fox, Huff, and Graff for Cedar Rapids. Here's Jeffress with it. Jeffress taken away. Here's Graff with it now. Graff, pass out in front, got blocked there by Derek Olson. It rolls just wide. Here's Dyer with it up the left side. Dyer has had a nice game for himself, even though he hasn't had any points so far. Dyer forced out towards center. Minute 57 left to go here in overtime. Dyer towards center. Dyer, can he break free? He's held up. Nothing called. Dyer shot stopped by Cameron. Picked up there by Hawk Huff. Huff feeds it back there for Graff. Scuderi. Or excuse me, that's Graff. Toss out in front, went wide. Now here's Connor Davis with it. Davis slipping and falling with it. Davis, nice pass. Here comes Stanger up the left side. Stanger in, shot stopped by Cameron. Ugh. Luke Gary picks it up. Luke Gary. Now for Ashton Schultz, 69 seconds left to go in overtime. Here's Schultz up the left side. Schultz in the circle. Schultz loses control of it, picks it back up. Schultz there for Luke Gary. Less than a minute to go here in this overtime. Luke Gary takes this one out towards center. Luke Gary ran into a wall of Cedar Rapids guys. Lechner with it. Lechner at center. Lechner in the circle. Lechner sent out for Cornielli. Fanned on the shot. Here's Schultz with it. Schultz trying to get it to somebody. He's hacked and whacked and God knows what. Luke Gary picks this one up. Gary into the hands here of Schultz. 20 seconds left to go in overtime. Here's Gould with it now. Gould with 15 left. Gould up the left side. Gould in the circle, fans on the shot. Picked up there by Miller. Now here's Lechner with it up the right side. Lechner, nice moves, loses control of it and did no control of the puck. We are heading to a shootout. So both teams still get their point. Shots that period, 2 for Sioux City. Cedar Rapids 1, 32-19 in favor of Sioux City. So it'll be a best of 3. If it's tied after 3, we'll go to extras until we have a winner. Goaltenders will stay on the same sides as they were in overtime. Well, they're never a hero till the end of the show. Boy, this game. Ah. So Cedar Rapids will go first, I believe. Since they are the away team. Who's going to shoot first? It'll be Connor Davis. Boo! Here's Davis. Rolls up the left side. Davis. And on Victor. Shot stopped by Victor! Vatne will be up first for Sioux City. Come on, here we go. Vatne rolls up the right side. Vatne in on Cameron. Vatne, nice moves. Oh, he got tripped up though. Well, either way, Cameron made the stop. Henry Lechner is up next for Cedar Rapids. Here's Lechner. Takes it up the left side. Lechner in a shot, and he scores. Got it 5-hole on Fickthorn. So now it's Shane Gould. Here's Gould. Rolls up the right side. Gould in. Nice shot. Stop by Cameron. So if Cedar Rapids scores here, they're going to win it. This is Justin Graff. Here's Graff. Rolls up the left side. Graff in on Fickthorn. Shot went wide. So Sioux City has to score in order to keep this thing alive. And it's Pavel Martineau. Keep this thing going for Sioux City. Here's Martineau. Rolls up the left side. Martineau kind of bobbles the puck. Martineau shot stopped by Cameron. And that does it. That's unbelievable. Really is unbelievable. Well, Sioux City, they did get 3 out of 4 on this weekend. That's definitely a positive for sure. Well, Sioux City will head to Muskegon next week. That's going to be an interesting weekend for sure. I'll tell you that much. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, tomorrow we have the President's Day Marathon here on RVN, so make sure you join us for that starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And no episode of The Ronnie Show because of the holiday, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all then. Peace out. This has been a presentation of RVN Sports in association with RVN. RVN Sports are online at rvn.com. Now coming up next, the RVN Evening News or your local news over most of these RVN stations. We'll see you tomorrow night for the President's Day Marathon, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on RVN.